Welcome to World Code Updates, your daily briefing on everything happening around the world. The sky over Pampanga thundered with anticipation as A-10 Thunderbolt IIs, the legendary Warthogs, descended onto Clark Air Base. Their engines roared, echoing across the fields and signaling a momentous occasion for the region. Locals and journalists crowded the fences, eager to witness and capture the historic arrival. This was no ordinary flyby, but a spectacle that drew the eyes of an entire community. The event, aptly named Thunder over Clark, was more than a public demonstration. It was a clear and powerful signal of a renewed U.S.-Philippines partnership, broadcast for all to see. Philippine and American military personnel stood shoulder to shoulder, their presence a living testament to a revitalized alliance, built on trust and shared purpose. For older Filipinos, it was a poignant flashback to Clark's days as a major U.S. base. For the younger generation, it was a vivid lesson in modern geopolitics and the evolving role of their nation on the world stage. The A-10's arrival was not about aggression, but about presence, partnership, and the reassurance that comes from allies working together. Social media buzzed with striking images of American air power soaring against Mount Pinatubo's dramatic backdrop, igniting conversations across the country and beyond. Both governments carefully managed the narrative, emphasizing that this was not a prelude to conflict, but a demonstration of joint readiness and mutual support in uncertain times. The message was unmistakable: unity, deterrence, and a shared commitment to peace and stability in the region. The event marked a new chapter, one defined by cooperation, mutual respect, and a renewed sense of purpose, echoing far beyond the airbase and into the future. The heat shimmered with new energy, symbolizing a promise of shared commitment and the dawn of a revitalized alliance. The alliance, forged through decades of shared history and challenges, was now visibly reawakened, ready to face the evolving challenges ahead together. The A-10's thunderous roar declared to all that the U.S.-Philippines bond is not just a memory, but a living reality, adaptable, resilient, and ready for the future. Thunder over Clark was the opening act of a renewed story, one of unity, deterrence, and hope, setting the stage for a new era of partnership and shared destiny. Clark Air Base felt like a living museum, where echoes of the past mingled with the energy of the present. Today, the base pulses with a modern urgency as the roar of jet engines signals a new chapter in its storied history. Philippine Air Force cadets watched American crews with a mix of focus and awe, eager to learn from their counterparts and absorb every detail of the operations. Every salute and handshake carried the weight of history and the promise of a new era, as old alliances were renewed and strengthened on the tarmac. Once a symbol of American power, Clark now hosted U.S. warplanes as invited partners, not occupiers, reflecting a relationship built on respect and shared goals. The base buzzed with activity, maintenance tents, joint briefings, and a constant flow of information between teams. Pilots from both nations planned missions together, blending experience and fresh perspectives to tackle new challenges. Language barriers faded, replaced by a shared technical purpose and a common drive to succeed. The focus was on integration, ensuring seamless cooperation in any future crisis, and building systems that could withstand any test. Camaraderie and mutual learning defined the atmosphere as friendships formed over shared missions and daily routines. Journalists tried to capture the real story, not just hardware, but human connection. Shared meals and laughter revealed the alliance's true strength. Confident teamwork during joint exercises showed how trust and cooperation had become second nature. The base was a reminder: alliances are built on trust between people, not just treaties or official agreements. The present moment resonated with the memory of the past, as every action paid tribute to decades of shared sacrifice. And with every sunrise, the promise of the future grew brighter, carried aloft by jets soaring into the morning sky. At Clark, unity and professionalism set the tone for a new era of partnership, where history and hope move forward together. From the outset, officials stressed this was not a return to permanent U.S. bases. The era of sprawling installations is over. This is a rotational deployment under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. U.S. forces are guests, here for joint training and humanitarian operations, always by invitation. The key is flexibility, a temporary presence, not occupation. The A-10's exemplified this principle, here to train, share expertise, and then depart. The goal is partnership between sovereign equals, not dependency. The Philippines retains full control. The U.S. supports modernization and readiness. Exercises focus on building capacity, not creating reliance. Filipino forces gain advanced skills and experience, strengthening their own defense. The model avoids political sensitivities and adapts to a changing security landscape. The mission is empowerment, helping the Philippines become stronger and more self-reliant. This approach enhances regional stability without compromising sovereignty. The A-10s symbolize a nimble, respectful alliance for the Indo-Pacific's complexities. The Philippine and American flags at Clark Air Base are more than just symbols. They embody a renewed spirit of partnership and shared purpose between two nations. They represent a living, breathing alliance that is constantly evolving. True cooperation is reflected in the daily interactions, U.S. technicians mentoring Filipino counterparts, joint mission planning sessions, and collaborative problem-solving that strengthens both sides. The alliance, rooted in the historic 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, is now being reinvigorated by new and complex challenges in the region. Joint exercises not only reaffirm the treaty's commitments, but also send a clear and unmistakable message of deterrence to any potential threats. Holding these drills at Clark, once a symbol of U.S. dominance in the Philippines, now highlights a partnership built on equality and mutual trust. Operations are now run under Philippine command, reframing the narrative for a new era of cooperation and respect. The alliance is about combining shared strengths and pursuing a common goal, a free, secure, and open Indo-Pacific region for all. The roar of the A-10s is the sound of a modern partnership in action, not a relic of the past. Unity of purpose is the most powerful symbol. Shared values, mutual respect, and a steadfast commitment to peace and stability. Joint exercises put these principles into action, building collective strength and trust with every operation. Every handshake and joint mission is a living testament to two nations working as one, forging a future together through cooperation and shared resolve. The A-10 Thunderbolt II, or Warthog, is built for one thing: close air support. Its legendary GAU-8 Avenger cannon and rugged design make it a lifesaver for ground troops. The A-10's survivability, titanium armor, high-mounted engines, and ability to operate from rough runways makes it ideal for the Philippines archipelago. In joint exercises, the A-10's real value is JTAC integration, working directly with ground forces to deliver precise support. Filipino troops practice calling in airstrikes, learning vital skills for modern defense. The Warthog is a force multiplier, enhancing the Philippines' territorial defense. Its selection over stealth fighters signals a focus on practical, defensive scenarios. The A-10 is about supporting allies on their own soil, not projecting power abroad. Its presence at Clark is a unique training opportunity for the armed forces of the Philippines. The Warthog's arrival is a statement: practical, resilient, and ready for real-world challenges. The A-10's arrival is a catalyst for modernizing the Philippine military. The AFP is shifting from internal security to territorial defense, requiring new skills and equipment. Joint training with the U.S. accelerates this transformation, offering hands-on experience in air-ground operations. Filipino JTACs gain skills directly transferable to their own aircraft and missions. The goal: a self-reliant, credible defense posture, not permanent dependence on U.S. power. A stronger AFP means better protection of waters, resources, and sovereignty. Deterrence is the objective. Strength prevents aggression and supports peace. The A-10's presence signals unity and resolve, discouraging coercion. Modernization, backed by allies, creates a stable environment for diplomacy and cooperation. The ultimate aim is peace, built on strength, readiness, and partnership. Major military deployments attract rumors and misinformation. Thunder over Clark was no exception. False claims of permanent U.S. basing and secret agendas spread quickly online. These narratives aim to sow division and undermine the alliance. In response, Philippine and U.S. officials launched a transparent communication campaign. Joint press conferences and open access for journalists countered the rumors. The message: this is a temporary rotational deployment for joint training, nothing more. Transparency built public trust and exposed the truth behind the mission. The alliance's strength depends on public support, which can be eroded by disinformation. The best defense is clear, consistent, and open communication. Thunder over Clark became a story of partnership and readiness, not fear and division. The A-10 deployment unfolded amid rising tensions in the South China Sea. The Philippines faces constant harassment in its own waters from Chinese vessels, threatening sovereignty and resources. Beijing's actions defy international law and the 2016 tribunal ruling. The U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty now explicitly covers attacks in the South China Sea. Joint exercises with A-10s give that commitment real substance. These drills are integrated deterrence, military strength combined with diplomatic resolve. The message escalation will be met with unity and credible defense. The goal is not conflict, but to make aggression unthinkable and preserve peace. Thunder over Clark's core message is readiness. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is dynamic, capable, and prepared for any crisis. Complex drills build muscle memory, ensuring seamless cooperation in real emergencies. Readiness is the foundation of deterrence. Adversaries think twice when faced with a united, capable force. The sight of joint training with A-10S sends a powerful signal of resolve. Unity magnifies strength. The alliance's commitments are ironclad. These exercises reassure allies and complicate adversaries' calculations. The deployment is a training mission, a reaffirmation of alliance, and a declaration of unity. The Philippines and the U.S. stand together to uphold peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific. The thunder over Clark is the sound of a partnership awake and vigilant. It is a promise, ready for whatever the future may hold. The alliance's strength lies in its unity, readiness, and shared commitment to peace.